Okay, so this is my third video for Bad Kids to the Back. This is just following on from where we left off in the previous video. This is going from on the original chart at bar 88, where they have this new section that I'll play here. So it's a very syncopated part, and then after that it gets even more syncopated underneath the drum solo. So it comes on beat 1E. For 1. So you can see from the chart and from listening to the original track how syncopated it is. So I'll play those just to demonstrate them along with the drum loop that I was using in the last video. But I also, after I've demonstrated those parts, I will use the drum track that I wrote, which actually uses, I've put a kick drum and rim shot where all the syncopated hits are. But it's still obviously very important to practice it along with just a drum loop or just a metronome, just so you can really practice those offbeat parts and really internalize them. And it really gets you to practice your timing. And of course, practice it with the original recording too. But anyway, so first off, I'm gonna do that new section. So it's written as a 4-bar section on the music. Like it's 2-bar phrase, but it's on the sheet music it's shown as 4 bars and then repeated once. So twice through I'll play bar 88 to 89, 90, 92, 88 to bar 92, and I'll go through it twice. 2, 3, 4. Now the next one's a bit trickier because it has a lot of syncopation, a lot of notes left out from the previous one. So it's similar in that it's like the melody, how that was, sections were taken out to turn it into a new bass line / guitar line. This is very similar, but it's very tricky because it's also underneath the drum solo. So I'll go through that. It's again still a 2-bar phrase, but it's written from bar 92, 3, 4, 5 to 95 as 4 bars repeated twice. So I'll do that. I'll play that twice through along with the drum loop. Two, 3, 4. Hopefully that sounded okay. It's definitely something to practice for me as well. So I'm gonna play them together now with the drum loop. So twice through each 4-bar section. 2, 3, 4. Not perfect, but at least it gives you an example of how they link together. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play it very similar to how it's written on the sheet music or how it is in the recording. So the first part, the more involved part, which starts at bar 88, I'm going to do twice through. Then the part that starts at 94, I'm actually going to play that section 4 times through. That's where the drum solo would be. Now obviously, like when I'm playing this live with my band, the drum solo can go for longer. And we just have to cue each other for when we come back in with the original riff, which in the sheet music comes in at bar 104 before the ending. So I'll call it original riff, then the part for the drum solo. So the original riff goes, I'll play that twice through, then for the drum solo section I'll play through 4 times, and then I'll play the original riff twice through again. Now this is with the drum track that I wrote. So this one's a bit easier to play with because I've put the syncopated the syncopated parts I've accented with a kick drum and a rim shot. So it's easier to play along with, but obviously I still encourage you very much to play along not only with the original recording, but also with the metronome and a drum loop as well. So I'll give myself as good a good count in as I can. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. So what I'm going to do now with that is I'm going to go all the way from I'll go all the way from the beginning of the backing track that I made, which is from bars 47 all the way to 108. So that's just demonstrating all the parts linked together. An important part, probably I should play that for you now before I do that, just to give you a quick example. Going from the what bar is it? Going from the section that generally starts at bar 60 onwards and then linking up to bar 88. But you know how you go like this? Like immediately coming in with the riff at bar 88 after this part. So I might play 4 bars of the previous section. Now this was the second section that I rewrote in the first video, and you've also got a transcription of what I put there. So I'll do that first. All right. 1, 2. I'll give myself a better count in. Let's go from there. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. that's just to give an example of linking those two together. Now I will attempt to put it all together, starting from bar 47. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I think I fluffed one of the sections that I wrote there, but and obviously, you know, it's not perfect, but at least it'll give you an example of how all the sections fit together. This is a song that I need to practice a lot too, because I play it with my band. And even though I've written this drum track, especially with the last section, which makes it easier to play along with, it's very important to just practice it without that as well, and practice it with a metronome or a drum loop where you're not relying on the hits there. But this will make it easier to learn. So yeah, have fun with this video, and I'll send you the link for the drum loop that I was using, and also I'll send you the MP3 of this backing track that I wrote. So anyway, as I said, the main purpose of this video especially is just to demonstrate the parts, or the last two videos especially is just to demonstrate the parts, and you can play along with it. But of course, some of the playing, it still needs work. on my part, and it was mainly just to demonstrate these sections. So have fun with this video, and we'll work on it more in our next lesson, and we'll get it even tighter and stronger.